few weeks ago, well, it's getting to be several weeks now, I went to the Comox Valley Whiskey Festival. And at the same time, I had been invited up to visit this Shelter Point distillery by my friend Leon Webb, who is the master distiller there. And we hung out. He showed me all the equipment, and we went to the warehouse and we sampled a few whiskeys that were patiently and slowly aging in different barrels that they had, and different barrels of different kinds too, which was very interesting. Upon leaving the distillery, Leon gave me 4 samples. Some of them are self-explanatory, like this one here, 382. That's probably cask number 382, or a sample from the cask of 382. This is even more specific. This is number 571, January 31st. And January 31st was the day I was there. And this might be a sample from cask number 571. I can guess that. Here's another one, dated the same day, January 31st, from cask number 741. Easy peasy, right? Well, Leon threw a little curve at me and he gave me this one. This one, you may notice, is a little bit lighter than this one. And this one. And this one. So that would suggest that it's younger. And I added this 1756 on here because that was the cask that I tasted and I thought was just amazing. It was just wonderful. It was great. So I'm guessing that Leon put those 3 together and he gave me this one. And if I recall, it was Shelter Point single malt. And the cask was an ex-Lefroy cask. I'm going to try this now. And I'm going to see if it reminds me of anything like cask number 1756. Because I'm still not sure if it is cask number 56. It would be great if Leon could come in here in the comments and tell me what the hell this is that he gave me. That I'm guessing it's 1756. I will pour a really quig-sized dram. This is at cask strength, as far as I can tell. So I don't know exactly how strong it is, but I've poured myself a dram, a quig-sized dram, I might add, and I can probably get another couple of quig-sized drams out of there and still have a little bit left over. Don't worry, I will taste the other samples too, but this one has been shall we say, piquing my interest, and it's been a while since it's been a few weeks. It's been like 5 or 6 weeks. Oh. This is beautiful on the nose already. Yeah. I'm getting some caramel notes already. I'm getting a lot of wood influence. The wood is, as far as I can tell, first fill. It's ex-bourbon, but it's also ex-Lefroy. So first the cask contained bourbon. I don't know from where. Was it maybe Jim Beam, or I don't know. But it was ex-bourbon first. I'm getting a little bit of... I'm getting some peat too. So this is most likely one of those ex-peat or ex-Lefroy casks. And I'm convinced that it's number 1756 because, well, that was the one I liked. Why would he give me something else? So, I'm going to give this a good honest taste. Smells delicious already. The peat is not overpowering because it's not peated malt to begin with. It's a peated cask. There's a lot going on here. I'm still getting quite a bit of that Shelter Point single malt distillery character that you can still tell it's Shelter Point, but with something else. And that's the peat. It's leaving me a tingle on the nose as I nose it. And this isn't all that old. What is it? Maybe a year? It's a pretty young cask. I don't believe it's old enough to be called whiskey. It smells good. It's leaving a tingling. I'm going to have to taste it naturally. It's at cask strength, so what is it, 60% alcohol by volume? I don't know exactly. I do not have a hydrometer, but I'm sure that Leon could tell me. Okay, here we go. Oh. Intense. At first I'm getting some oak. And it tastes like oak. Or I'm getting it on the nose and on the taste at the same time. But as soon as that I get that initial oak, then everything bursts out behind it. Oh, there are so many flavors here. There's a little burn on my throat. There's the oak which coats the mouth on all sides. And there's fruitiness. There's definitely fruity notes coming in. But they are so intense because of the cask strength that I'm going to have to water this down to really analyze it. Once again, on the nose, I'm getting wood. I'm getting wood. It's not like door planings or popsicle sticks. It's more like pencil shavings, maybe, but not exactly. There's something earthy about it too, and I wish I could describe it better than with words. There is definitely something earthy going on here. I'm going to take a smaller sip this time because that one was overpowering. And it's not quite the same tasting it here as tasting it in the warehouse. Because in the warehouse on the nose, you are getting different scents from all these other barrels and all these other casks that are in the warehouse. And so you're not getting just this one. You're getting the general nose of the warehouse. But then when you taste this one, then you get the taste of this one plus the nose of all the others. Over here, I'm getting just the nose of this one. And just the taste of this one. Tiny little sip. I'm getting a kind of a grassy haystack kind of flavor at first. And then after that fades, then the fruits come in. And underlying the whole thing, I'm getting something earthy like mud, but not in a bad way. And the mud and the wood kind of commingle together. The fruitiness is part of the distillery character, I believe. I don't think any of that is coming from the Axel cask. But I am getting something peaty on the nose, but not so much on the flavor. Wait, let's try again. Yeah, definitely a lot of wood and earthy. This is nice. What else am I getting? It's not new make, and it's not whiskey. It's still a spirit, and it's as strong at cask strength. So I'm going to give it water and another water. 2 spoons of water, and see what that does to it. Does that make this spirit leap forth, or does that take away from it and make it necessary to stay in the cask a lot longer? Naturally, it's still aging, if there's any left in the cask. But what was interesting is that there were 4 casks from the same batch, I believe, and each one tasted different from the other 3. This is a rare treat, to get it straight from the cask. Oh, am I getting a little chocolatey note now? Interesting. Some more of that earthiness, that smell of mud in the springtime. No other way that I can describe it. And wood. A lot of wood. It's a little bit sweet. It's still quite a bit woody. I'm not sure about the peat, because I had a lot of peat in the Ardbeg drum. So maybe I'm not getting the peat as it should be. I had the Ardbeg drum committee release just before this one. I'm definitely getting a coating of something from the wood all over my mouth. And it smells almost like new make spirit, except for that woodiness, and there's a bit of an edge, a bit of peatiness. Somehow, if this is Cask 1756, the aromas of the warehouse were definitely contributing to my experience when I tasted it there. Mm. You know, I'm getting some of that cotton candiness. There's a lot of cotton candy. There's fruits, but the fruits are just starting to come out. And there is a mild peatiness, but it's mild. You can definitely taste the new make in this. It's kind of metallic and cotton candy. But it shows promise, you know. Give this stuff some more age. And blend it with some other things. And you have a winner. I can tell already that it's like Shelter Point. It reminds me of Shelter Point, even though it's a young Shelter Point and it's not old enough to be called whiskey. Thank you, Leon, for bestowing upon me this wonderful little sample. And I'm glad that I still have some more left. Slachava.
foodquig.
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 Yeah.